If you get frustrated with your intricate die cuts because they either don't cut very well or you're just spending all that time poking out all those little tiny pieces after you have cut it, I have several tips to share with you today to help and make those intricate die cuts so much easier and more fun to create. Let's take a look. Now, I do not really have problems cutting intricate die cuts with my machine that I use now. I know with my old machine, I had to do all the tricks to make sure things cut, but I know the tricks because I used to have to do them, so I want to share them with you. If your machine is not great, if you're interested in a machine that cuts really well every time, I'll have links to all the videos, all the products I use in the video description below. But what we're going to do, so I want to cut this die out of this cardstock, and here is my first tip, is to put another piece of paper behind the one that you are intending to cut. You can use junk mail, you can use printer paper, scrap paper. It does not have to be cardstock. This is just what I happen to grab. Sometimes for very, very hard to cut paper, like if I'm cutting window sheets, the thin plastic, acetate, that is very difficult to cut. When I am cutting that, I will put an actual piece of cardstock behind. I find that it helps tremendously. So with hard to cut paper or machines that don't work as well as we want them to, definitely put an extra piece of paper behind, and an extra piece of cardstock can help as well. It gives it more cushion. It's easier for it to cut down a little further and make sure that it has cut all the way through the piece that we are intending to cut. So the next thing that I suggest, this die happens to be longer. If you have dies that are rather long, you want to make sure you run them through long ways. Think about your machine and how much pressure it's able to put at any given point in time. If we turn it this way, it's still only putting the same amount of pressure on this much that it's trying to cut. If we're putting it through here, it doesn't have as much that it's trying to force down to cut all at one time. The other thing that can be really helpful, especially with these square types of dies, is if you have space on your paper, or let's say your paper is smaller than mine, turn it at an angle if you're able to, if you have enough space width-wise. That can really help as well. We'll turn this at an angle and cut it this way, just as an example. So how we are running our dies through can really affect it. You want to keep your dies away from the edges of your plates. That is where things don't always cut the greatest. And if you have difficult to cut dies, a lot of times I load up my whole plate with dies and I cut a ton of dies at one time. But you can't get right at the edges with that. And with your intricate ones, it doesn't always work. So let's crank this through. Let's see how this nice intricate die cuts. And then I have another tip for those little pieces, that can be frustrating, that you're poking out one little piece at a time. So this is kind of fun. And actually, oh friends, there's so many tips that I forget about. We are witnessing this live. I forgot about this. If you cut through, because I don't normally do this because my machine cuts amazing, so I just don't have to worry about it. So okay, so if you have another piece underneath, look what I just did. That just solved my problem for me. But I want you to pretend like that didn't happen. Let me show you what else you can do if you want another option, if you're not cutting through extra paper. Oh, funny. Okay. This is my take your pick tool. I use this for everything. It's got my adhesive in that I use to apply all my like gems and rhinestones and sequins to my cards. We have the piercing tip. We have the spatula tip. We've got like all these different tips that come on this thing. I love it. But this is an extra attachment you can get. It's the die brush. So it comes with my little spongy piece right here and the brush that I can screw into this end. So what you do is you lay the die on your die cut. I've heard from tons of people who tell me, I wasn't using that right. I had no idea. Okay, you're not alone. There's lots of others out there too. But you put this back on top of the die, your paper that you just cut, and you roll around lots of times. If you roll around a few times and you find that, well, it didn't punch all the pieces out or there's still quite a few, just lay it back down, do it again. And this will, look how many of those little tiny pieces it just popped out. So those were still stuck in here. and it just got most of them out as I rolled that brush over top. I love that you got a bonus tip, and I love that I now remember that is an amazing way to get all those little pieces out without the fuss. So you have several options for getting those pieces out to save time. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe to my videos so you can see my upcoming tip videos as well as my other project tutorials. Please comment and like my videos. That really helps other people to find them. I appreciate you. I hope you'll be back again next time when I'll be here helping you to hand make with love.